do potentially leave here with like a TP and then maybe an Echo.
Where's the Roadhog rework? This is gonna be later in the season.
That's something you could see.
All right, here we go. We'll see what happens. This Doom comp, I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I've been a fan of this Doom comp that we've been seeing in the World Cup. Keep in mind, this is not on the midseason patch, just so you know. This is not on the midseason patch.
Saw this from Toronto a lot this year.
This is going to be on the previous one. I like this Doom comp a lot. It plays really fun.
It's pretty scary when
it's just, I don't know, the way it plays is cool. So what they do is they go on the outside of the map, they try to surround them, and that's why you see the Echo here. Spain's running more of like that bunker comp, the May Bastion. They're running the Orisa. So what they're doing now is they're going to pause the game to make sure that they're playing Overwatch.
I think the one thing though you would say is like if you're going to play the Sigma, like you probably need like a Lucio in the mix, right? Which like kind of throws things out of whack for the backline here for Spain, but they get control of the point first.
Well,
nice.
Well, China's okay with Spain getting control of the point. Their strategy is a common strat you'll see. And by the way, excellent start by Spain here. This is the start that they needed, by the way, too. Like, excellent start, in my opinion. But the way this comp works when it comes to like the way that China plays that is they're okay giving up like 15-20% if they win the first team fight because they're taking map control, all charge control, and then eventually winning the point, and then they go from there. So. The broadcast? I have it at the same it was yesterday.
For the next fight, as Spain has looked really good this far.
I have it at 40%. Yeah, everything's set the same as yesterday. Maybe I can get closer to the mic, and that can help. Ooh, the window.
Secured that kill. Now Leave is free to go into the backline and start to rampage. Gooshway drags Gala down as they try to outburst to the high ground.
Pretty good fight for China there. I mean, still though, Spain's in a good spot too. 52% is a pretty solid percentage to have the point flip on you.
A little bit extra damage and also
no, this patch will not be applied for World Cup because it doesn't give teams time to prepare.
Members from Spain. That was the
that's why you won't see that.
Matrix used there for Spain, so double support ults used there. So now. I think Leave with this duplicate and meteor strike for Gooshway.
First of all, I know you're memeing on that one.
Right?
I know you're memeing on that one, Jay-Zill. I ain't falling for that.
Get out if you need B, but man, look at how fast they're able to take out Gala.
Gala trying to play around their healing pylon, but the throughput not nearly enough. Iliari a little bit vulnerable when she's accosted up close and personal.
Yeah, old patch, yeah.
Double body grenade connected there onto Spain.
Spain is just waiting as long as they can to build their ults. I don't think China's going to give them opportunity. They're going to be aggressive. Ooh, but Spain makes the first aggressive play on that, like with their ult.
Gooshway can just punch away, get topped straight back up, and now China have almost evened the game. Here's a duplicate. Leave gonna be Orisa, chanting in as he goes. As Shy throws that disruptor shot down. Links are happy to dive into the maelstrom and add some damage to the mix. That meteor strike.
Well played by China so far. Very well played. Problem with Spain, problem for Spain right now is like they need to find an opportunity to get value with this Mael. But China plays so far across the map with their position, and that who do you Mael right now?
I don't even think he got one shot of it off.
Like who do you buff right
now? No way you're gonna be able to live through that.
Yep, Shy not quite respecting the output of Spain as they come surging
out
of
spawn.
Refusing to be disrespected.
Also, did my TikTok stream already crash?
Scream to heal from behind, but Leave is on the hunt. Starting to probe here as the Blizzard gets dropped down by Bones. Farway has to use a defensive body grenade.
Okay, I think it did.
Gets the nano, now to the point. Spots the Bastion. Punk under a lot of pressure. Knock into the wall, but here comes the spear spin. Nicely done by Helv to break up that combo by Gooshway and keep Punk standing.
I want to say that Spain wins this team fight. Nice! This is so even. Spain needs to be careful here, though. They don't need to win this overall because they're going to be back with numbers soon. They need to just survive. I was going to say, like, they needed to play it back. It almost was like they needed to disengage out, and it's something that can happen. I do think my TikTok stream crashed.
Yeah, and it's not getting that kill onto Shy.
Oh, it did? You came from it? Yeah, I don't know how it managed to crash within that amount of time, so I just can't even. It feels bad. I'll set it up maybe again in a minute. I need to get a new stream key every single time. It resets every single time. Sorry, then. I couldn't.
Shy up, put down some more damage on a Helv, and then Gooshway gets right back in the action, and should just be clean up here, as that'll be the team from China taking the first round.
All right.
Start for Spain here.
Okay, are you able to edit the title on my YouTube stream?
Gala getting some value on the Iliari, but eventually I think Gala realizes there's too much pressure on me. The dive, even with outburst, I really can't avoid it. Especially
in between rounds here, I'll get the TikTok stream back up.
Pressure my position out Gooseway showed some unbelievable mechanics there, real death-defying stuff. Bringing that fire back and keeping Shy alive. That was Shy and Fire.
Chat, tomorrow's schedule, I'm going to get up as early as I possibly can.
China did lose control.
I'm going to stream all the way until I'm leaving for my trip, okay? So I will stream for drops tomorrow, all that stuff. I'll stream as long as I can.
Some of these dive heroes going into the next round. I saw a Virus kill there, I believe.
Won the first game? I actually don't know who won the first game.
But Spain put
was
a
it
really
Finland?
good fight there in that first round. Really competitive stuff.
Again, Spain opt for the brawl style setup, and
why the TikTok stream stop? It just turned off.
To play this Doomfist aggressive sort of back in those days.
All right, here we go. We're live again. Perfect.
Literally everybody had a shot. I feel like Canada. I think Huck played for Canada, which was crazy. Like
oh my goodness.
Omar, thanks for the 3 months staffing sponsor. Thanks, appreciate it.
Jumps on in, he just gets ruined there.
I think Gooseway was interrupted by that energy javelin in a really vulnerable.
It's not the only time you'll see good Doomfist play on my stream. What is that supposed to mean? Good start for China here. Good opening. I think what this is my take right now. I feel like this aggressive Doom comp is so strong against like this bunker comp, and that's why they run it. And when I say like strong, it just makes it really hard to engage with the Mei Bash. It's like you can't play the way you would normally play it if you played a mirror. They play all over the place. They don't give you an opportunity just to like isolate somebody with a Mei wall. So you lose that value on Mei wall, right? Which is a big part of the comp.
Held again.
We'll see.
Trying to shepherd the rest of Spain forward here as Gooseway just repositions back a little further. Redraws the battle lines.
What does Spain have coming up? They don't have any else. Oh, window right away. There you go. Nice window. They're always going to have a window advantage against that comp, which is good. Because the other team, like China, is not running window. They're running on a brick. Problem? They disengage. Ooh, huge pick by Spain. Ah, well, and as quick as that pick happened, we're going...
Coming from those rail guns. Leave getting involved as well, and that
oh no!
For any team going up against the team from China.
Shy's aim is just absolutely nuts, man. I feel like every time he's got the overclock, it's like a 3K. Like
their comp plays so spread, so you lose so much value of what this Bastion Mei comp will bring you. Granted, if in my opinion, if China wasn't playing this correctly, and I think Spain would dominate it, like if it's a team was like, okay, we got to switch this comp and randomly play it, then I think they would play fine. But like China has such good teamwork right now that they just play around the map. They make it impossible for you to get any follow up, and it just what can you do? As I say that, they literally go in and dominate them with an ultimate. I mean, that was their like all-in commit 3 ultimate play. So good play.
And they have to use the Orisa ult, Blizzard, and Rally there to be able to take it. The two that I think the team from China's not really worried about, right, is this artillery. They have a good amount of mobility to dodge this. Maybe far away would be the one that would be in trouble, but yeah, you see it just kind of thrown in there from Punk. In this Amp Matrix, like they can all just like circumvent it.
Here we
right?
go.
Like, they don't have to play in front of it.
I kind of like what's happening here. So what's going on right now is Spain is trying to like pick up the pace a little bit. So like it's a good idea. It's just can they win the trades? So what they're trying to do here is they're going, okay, listen, we can't let them surround us on the map. Let's go and engage them. And the idea is right. But what can you do? China just played it perfectly.
To deal with that Doomfist, right? As Gooseway goes in and there's just not
China just
enough
played it
damage.
perfectly.
Even with the Amp Matrix, look at this. Reinhardt with flanking damage dealers here. Like you also have the Lari in the mix. A really interesting comp here at the end.
I mean,
Banshee, thanks for the 42 months to tier 1. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. And Turtley Live, thanks for the 4 months to tier 1. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Wahoo. Unfortunately, in the grand scheme of the map, it does absolutely nothing for Spain as the team from China
played that well.
They left off yesterday.
What I will say is Spain played kind of how we described it. Like they're not playing terrible, right?
Against the team that we believe.
You know what I mean? Like they're not playing bad. It's just China's playing extremely well. Which is why I still think Spain is like very capable of getting out of this group.
It's just that aggression,
It's just I think what they need to adjust is they need to figure out if they can't get the value with the Mei Bastion, do they have a follow-up comp that they like? And if they can figure that out, I think they'll be. I think they really can do well here. It's just you got to figure that out. Very well played by China. They played that. I mean, what can we say besides they played that extremely well? Well played, great plays around. Just wonderful teamwork, wonderful play. Great usage of that comp.
And quite often, Far was just able to keep Gooseray alive.
So I don't know if this is the comp Spain is running. Yeah, I was gonna say. Are they going to run the May Bastion? I mean, technically, I will say, this is a good map selection if they want to run this May Bastion comp against what China was running. They get a little bit more value, kind of like taking map control, and like there's less areas for like this. It's less areas to be surrounded, right? Granted, I think third point will be a little bit different on that one. So,
but looks like they're going to continue running the Orisa-based comp with now Shy on the.
Mr. Ribbon, thanks for the 2 months. Tier 1, thank you, appreciate it, thank you.
Damage that's going to come through. No Lucio speed or Sim teleporter to get Spain around, so big opportunities to be able to get lots of value.
Here we go.
It's a more defensive pick for Shy. He doesn't want to have to, slide away.
I actually like this Ashe pick because if they're gonna play stacked and they recognize that's what they're gonna do, Ashe is gonna get really high value from Dynamite, like really high value. Who won the first map? China did.
There on top of the underpass that Spain can't really challenge. It's gonna be hard to break this.
Yeah. What Spain wants to do is Spain wants to keep being aggressive as much as they can, but it's all going to be based off of, like, they're just trying to build window. So, that, like, they're going to window, they're going to try to get value with it, they're going to, yep.
Matrix already, they definitely got caught out by that one. No idea that they had Matrix already ready.
Yeah, they didn't expect that play. They need to be careful here, though. You cannot trade this. Oh, no. Oh, no. But they held that. That was impressive. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was just gonna say, do you see what happened there during that whole sequence?
You're even gonna get a contest here. I mean,
that was a good job.
It looks like maybe far
that
away
trade
as
was about to
well, but you know they're gonna have a.
That trade was about to be interesting.
He's doing it. He's doing it. No, he actually can't.
No, I think he was trying to get a. I think he was trying to build a charge punch.
I think Gusha would definitely have gone for that if the wall gap was just a little bit wider. But
no, I think he wanted to build a charge punch. I don't think they intended to touch that. He just wanted to lead off with a empowered punch, which just got canceled by an Orisa.
Defensive positions, but Gooseray has no backup from where he's playing.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, I mean that's a huge pick off, right? As he goes in.
This World Cup, yeah, this is World Cup.
Gets interrupted by a spear, and then he does not have the seismic slam or anything to get out of the way. So.
Ooh, hello.
I thank you, Hayden. Appreciate it.
Captive Son. Oh, that's Bob.
I don't know here. I'm trying to see what, like, Spain needs to back up and they need to slightly reset. An issue that Spain's going to run into right now, and this can happen for a majority of second point, is where can China, like, how will China use their ultimate? Spain's ults require getting to them more than anything. I mean, you can window and, like, but, like, there's a, never mind. Or just do that. Never mind. You know what? Just do that.
Far up compared to where an Ashe would
good place.
Play. Now you've lost
just do that, yeah.
Yes, this is a pretty bad spot for the team from China to be it.
I just look forward to all of them, Laura.
Zero respect to Spain, forcing them to earn it the old-fashioned way, and perhaps they've managed to get a little.
Here we go.
Now as they held up to the high ground, get rid of that turret.
Good job. Well played by Spain there. And then I think this is why they chose the map. There's just not as many angles for like China to be able to go after them with the Doom comp. This high ground's the concern though. If they can, this is where they can play those angles because they have 3 different locations. Great job by Spain there. Shy's one shot. Shy is legit one shot. I don't think they know it though.
Still needs to respect Shy's positioning. He's able to get out alive. And the Captain Sun gets interrupted by the looks of things. Gala not able to fire that off. Hoping to be able to fight.
You know what's great about this whole 1v1 right there? How there's a tank right in front of the Ayari and they're going, I don't care. This is a 1v1 for me.
Only 2 versus 3 for Spain. They cannot continue.
Good haircut, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes,
Watch Party Bingo. I will have you know, I talked to Danny today about possibly creating the bingo card a little bit. Actually, speaking of that, oh crap, if you're there, can you send Danny like the actual bingo card editing part? I'm going to have him edit some of it and see if we can get it done. I have an idea that could work.
Catch him in.
I have an idea that could work, Chad. Hear me out.
Like, you're not really going to see players.
If I decided to do a bingo, I could, because I won't have as much control over like what will be on like, I won't have like my OBS in front of me or the ability to put like links on my OBS, etc. But in a YouTube video, it can very easily be edited. So if I know what's on the bingo card and it happens, we can check it off, and then in the video, it will have the bingo card on there. See what I'm saying? So there's a possibility here. The live experience will be a little bit different from the bingo YouTube experience. but it's possible. Also, great job by Spain right there. Wonderful play. John, thanks for the 4 months at tier 1. Thank you, appreciate it.
Surprising some people with how they come out thus far. Taking both points. You didn't even have to use that Blizzard in that previous fight. So, an opportunity.
No, it's not Bingo Friday, chat. Bingo Friday isn't a thing. So right here, China's going to be a little bit aggressive with their Bob eventually, but I'm going to be honest with you, Gala is absolutely popping off right now. I mean, this has been like, this has been ridiculous. I feel like the kill feature has been Gala one-shot people.
Approach for this meteor strike is in order. Very quickly, it's a defensive Bionade and far away, tops him up.
Yeah, I mean, Lee with a sliver of HP needs to actually get the benefits there of the nano boost to get top fast enough before that next push comes in.
Look at the kill feed.
He takes out Bones, but Gala again, 2 more kills.
You see what I'm seeing? Like, look at this.
Was a blizzard in his way. Bones.
Like,
one dropped down behind Gooshway, so he has
yo, Spain's popping off right now.
Him caught in that line of sight of Gala. Oh my goodness, Lee takes.
But I think this is why they like this map. You see how China can't set up as much with their comp?
Okay.
Is that a flank in Zenyatta? Am I understanding this correctly? There's a flank in Zenyatta on their high ground?
Yeah, it's just really weird positioning here.
If Spain recognizes this, they're just going to push point. And they do. Look at their position, and they're actually... So they had to reposition a little bit on point. There's the Bob, but there's a timing to shoot Bob through the window. They can just shred Bob. Is Spain taking this with over 2 minutes?
Now the team from China only have Gooshway as their delegate to send to the point. The wall comes up.
Wow.
We have ourselves a game.
That's what Spain played that well. And keep in mind, China's a very good team. That was well played by Spain.
I mean,
good first round there. That was a surprise, but this is probably this Midtown fits into their comp. Good map selection so far, but plenty of time left, so China can definitely bounce back here. Here, 1 second, chat.
Spain, I mean, 2 minutes 6 seconds. That is a really fast time here on mid. So. See what team from China decides to do here.
All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Am I? Oh.
The coach from the team from China
I thought we were going to see a Roadhog.
Because they want to give solid wins to their fans watching in awkward time zones. We'll see how this Genji from Leave is going to be. I mean, that's going to be exciting. There's nothing troll about this setup. It is scary indeed. Gooshway with a quick switch off the Hog coming out the gates now. Lengths on the Zen once more.
The Genji is here to just like, you know, it's going to be Gooshway and Lee.
I want to see how Spain plays this now because that's not a good start. So you saw a little bit of the shift in the comp later on there with the Zen. What they're doing now is the Zen is going to make Zen's going to make Orisa lose a lot of value.
There's also
and it's going to give them the opportunity to get a lot of picks across the map. So obviously that was just a great pick on Gala to begin with, but like this second point is where Spain can pick up some of the time. Vice versa for China. They could just roll right through this point. So what needs to happen here is Spain needs to just focus on regrouping right now. Don't give any free picks, and then try to get map control around this corner right here, which you're going to see them start to do in a second here, as you can see with the Orisa. Because if they give them too much space, then their dive, they need to get this time back that they just basically gave up by losing the team fight right away. They're going to nano the Genji here in about 10% because they have Nano Blade. I'm going to be honest with you, Spain has to window soon, otherwise they're getting Nano Bladed.
Quick fight win, I think, if Leave is going to go for it. The sun comes out, Leave's going to go with the blade, and yeah, Nano, he actually gets hit, I think, with that, but he's completely unbothered. Oh yeah, he does not care at all. Bones.
It was going to be too long of a team fight. I will say that was a very good job, though. What wasn't shown there was Spain recognized right away. Spain was like, we're not going to win this team fight. So they all ran to the point. And that was an excellent play because that 30 seconds that they just saved on the cart was wonderful. That was a really good reaction, recognizing it was a lost team fight really early on. Because now Spain has a little bit of poke. They're going to use window to open. They're going to see where people on the map are. They're going to window a corner. There's the window. This is more of a survivability window at this point now, in my opinion. This window is around the idea of keeping them alive because then now they have rotation of ults. That was a good window. See that window? Purely designed to make sure that they keep their teammates alive. That was not a window designed for maximum amount of damage. Yep.
A lot of pressure.
I gotta say, that was a great window. Because you see windows used aggressively a lot of the time. That was an aggressive window, but an aggressive healing window. Because keep in mind that when you heal through window, it heals for a lot more.
Yeah, I think the biggest worry here for Spain, obviously you want to like burn some.
That was wonderfully done.
To get this next checkpoint.
That was wonderfully done. Is this going on right now? Yes, this is live right now.
How do you go about surviving this next Nanoblade that's coming to come through? Probably in this next fight. What do you do here? Captive Sun plus
here we go.
Tower Surge may actually put down enough damage to just like chunk down.
You know what? Are they gonna?
Try and, like, bait that type of,
Are they gonna? They have to aggress soon.
Important, though, in
China has Nanoblade combo chat. They have to aggress this play soon. If they're gonna do this play, it has to be now.
Just have a faster time back, and that might not be the case. Okay, Shy able to slide away from the Captive Sun, but leave now going to work with this Dragon Blade.
I mean, I still think it's a good ultimate, but I don't think they're losing that. It's right now. It's all timings. It's all timings, and like they're gonna if they don't like find these timings correctly, that's what's gonna happen.
But I see the idea for health.
Well, they go with like a so I think the Terror Surge is actually probably the play there. I think they just needed the Captive Sun on more of like a defensive side of things rather than going.
Did we ever see King's Row in this? No, we
I
didn't.
think if you would have had that maybe just chucked into the back line.
You're talking about like with the all that stuff. That's just how they have it set up with the cast. Yeah.
Maybe you're able to deal with them rather quickly.
Punk is playing pretty far forward and only
Each team.
trying to keep him topped up there.
Okay.
Instantly picks off that healing pylon.
But look at that. I mean, Gushue just does a
Yeah, there are drops on Twitch right now too for the World Cup skins.
Pylon and immortality field for it, right? Now
When I dye my hair, literally today. That's why I was late to the stream.
Great stuff from Bones. Gushue now has to turn his attention elsewhere. He'll have to meteor strike on out. Punk does get taken down as he was served up.
Great job by China right now. They're playing very well. This is okay. So here's what has to happen for Spain to be able to bring this back and hold for a little bit. This window needs to get massive amounts of value. If they get this window, they're gonna buy themselves about 2 team fights, and they'll get the timer below about 2 minutes before they really have to win that next one. Problem is that China will have their ultimates.
Perfect opportunity to bring the Sigma in, right? The accretion
I
against the Genji.
I think the reason why they don't want to run the Sigma, I mean, I'll explain in a second.
Add another protective layer for the Bastion with the kinetic.
And I can, a really good Doom can make it a little bit more difficult on the Sigma, and I think that's what they're worried about with that.
We just saw there, Ant Matrix for the Bastion.
I'm not saying that Doom is like the best against that, but if they're gonna play that, they know that. No, that's gonna be tough. They have to, they just have to counter. They have to trade. If they don't trade this, that's it. They need to get a trade. They need one limb. They need one limb. Yeah, that's not gonna.
Lee looks to finish the job there with the Dragon Blade, and the Transcendence is there just for insurance. Sorry, Spy, it looks like your premium has gone up once more. The team from China finished with an
honestly, they did such a good job there.
Yeah, I just think they need to, if they're going to play Genji, I think you
need
need
such a
to
good
make
job
some
there.
adjustment here.
And that's why I was like, did I put out a patch notes video? It should be
the Sigma, right?
out
Even if
soon.
You have to use that immortality field early. Right?
should be out
Kinetic
soon.
Grass can eat up a ton of damage, onto a team coming in trying to attack that Bastion or a Lari. Kind of works with what you're playing with.
Yeah.
I just don't know if the Orisa provides enough. At the moment, did on Samoa because you're not like playing that Genji and like really like that hyper dive, right? But I think now for Spain, if you want to like fully commit, right, to play a little bit more of like a bunkery type of style. I don't think we have like true bunker comps. Like
you said,
really
where's
anymore, but like a style like that.
And you say they play later tonight. They have a really good matchup tonight. It's gonna be a good game. 2 of the better teams are playing. They're like. It's USA versus Saudi Arabia tonight. Like 2 very good teams. Like, very good teams. So it's gonna be a good match.
Back in the day.
That's like, is that the last match of the day today? I think at like 7 p.m., 8 p.m., depending on how far ahead of schedule they are.
I've seen as much Sigma from Hell. I sort of knew him more as like a Reinhardt and sort of.
This is the second match today. Like I said, I was a little bit late because I got my hair cut.
The hero pool to
the UK match is last, is it?
It seems like you pointed out, this is the best option. Might be why Heaven's on this team though.
Here we go, chat.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what Spain decides to do. Actually,
I say an Orisa. If it's another team comp, it's what they want to run. It's about survivability, right? They're trying. They're not trying to like trade. They're trying to keep their tank alive the whole time. So Sigma will struggle slightly against their comp because they run the Echo.
Lee doesn't seem too worried about that. The threat of Punk's hit scan.
It becomes an issue. It looks a lot more orange. I mean, yeah, it's definitely gonna be a bit more orange too once they shower.
the pace down. You see Gooseberry's not
Like,
really
I can tell you right now, a
Oh,
good
the
Sigma,
nasty. Yeah, Bones isn't
a
getting
good
away with that
Sigma,
one.
I mean, a good Echo
This is basically all
against the
his healing
Sigma,
resource there.
as well as like a
Shy
Doom who's
has
disrupting you,
yeah,
can make it really
easy to follow
difficult.
that
So
one
it's
up.
like,
As soon as you see a low
it's a
health
part
target
of the
on Doom,
strategy
you
of
know
like,
it's an easy
if you
elimination.
ever play Sigma against a good Echo, you do not have much fun.
Maybe slightly more respectful from the team
You just
from China,
don't.
but they are
Yeah.
just playing a bit more safely.
Well, when they got Link so low, they actually thought they could actually go in and maybe finish the kill.
You just
But,
don't. Did I see the
you know,
bracket
unlike,
change? No, I'm
you
sorry,
know,
what
you
was
see
it?
Goucher, right? A player gets low, right? They're able to jump in
That's
and
why
finish
you're
the
seeing
kill.
more Orisa.
Like, you can't really do
More
that
survivability
with
against their
the
Echo Comp,
Orisa,
which is predicted they're gonna run that.
spin, using the speed to get up into the opponent's face, and they
Because they had to pick Orisa. Yeah, they're also comfortable on the comp, right? It comes down to also comfort picks too. So they're comfortable on this comp. But yeah, I think. Ooh, nice pick.
Bit of a different tempo.
I want to see.
Kills, though. Gala, having
Okay,
switched off
that
of
pick
that
was
Niari,
huge,
gets
by the way,
taken
because
down
they
by
lost.
Lexa, who's still on
They don't
the
have Bob here.
aforementioned.
Yeah, but they're just
Shy
playing
getting picked
all over
off.
the place.
Isn't that too bothered? Lex is still a
This is-
legitimate
they're
damage
playing
threat,
all over the
and
place.
Leave, of course, is still at large.
Yeah, now what? You have a 3-on-2 on the point, right?
Why
They're
does
gonna have
Overwatch
their
need an
May,
update? It's the
but you
mid-season
have your
patch.
tank. I mean, everybody coming back now. The
And they have a good
team
team
of
talent. There's a
China
lot of good
here in
teams.
Reserve is. Oh, Bones goes right into
Chat.
the wall there. So you did give
They
up
got a tick.
44%.
This is winnable
2
for
minutes,
Spain.
28 seconds, not a huge amount of time here for China for their.
You see what I'm talking about though in this matchup right now with Spain though? Like Spain is playing fairly well. China's just also really good. You see what I'm saying? Like they're not getting rolled, right? Like, you know, you might expect like load in, get rolled, but that's why Spain has been such a good team throughout this whole tournament. Is they just play
But again, I think the team from China
good
can
team
walk on in and get
Overwatch.
the job done on their attack.
44%, right? So
China's team is
like
also
3,
really good and
but
also
potentially-
plays really good
I
team
wonder
Overwatch,
if,
but obviously they're just
Spain
popping
has any
off. So
types
it's a
of,
really
you
cool
know, a little bit of like
matchup.
a cheeky comp.
It's a really
or
cool
different
matchup.
type of strat here to pull out.
So, all right, here we go.
And Spain would be playing the Ashe here instead of the Bastion, so not as much, you know, damage potential in terms of burst, right? But a little bit more consistent damage. Can
This is on the
put some
previous
dynamite
patch
down
because this
here,
is on the previous patch.
to get some
Previous
players
patch.
low and maybe expend the healing resources.
Not the one
from
today.
China.
I think Gala has the
That's just to
healing
keep it
pylon
fair
set
to the
up
tournament so that way they can like
themselves and not
teams
let
like
Helms
don't have to
position.
just like redo everything like last second comp wise. It makes it a little bit more competitive and like teams will be well practiced.
So heavily at the choke here.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this is winnable for Spain. They cannot. Yeah, this is a great job by the May. They're just trying to keep the. Oh, they're getting dove on from each side. This is where they're getting the angles. I'm curious to see. That was a good reaction by Spain so far, but this is also really good map control by China. Okay, that was a good reaction by Spain. That reaction by Spain was actually really good. So when they went for the dive this time, they actually disengaged backwards rather than like stay stacked. And I think China was relying on that. That was a good job. And they didn't give him that map control with the May. Spain has a really good ult coming up here too. Mike, thanks for the 32 months of the Twitch Press. Thank you.
Gala with a captive sun. This will be pretty fast. You just have to be careful
That was
about
a
this
lot of good
nano that's going to come in, right? You can nano Gooshway, and then it becomes even harder to take out.
Is he can bat peel through walls in this patch? I don't think it would even be allowed. But I have no idea.
It's okay, but only really one
Here we
good
go.
one, two dodgy ones. Based on how much time is left, but Farway is down. That Amp Matrix catching the team from China off guard again. Now it's on the table. Now it's on the table for Team Spain to even this one up here, force a draw.
Oh no, that's one pick.
Turns out all you needed was him to hit that overclock and things get a little bit messy. Gooseray drops back into the action. Gala slowed up.
Space
there
seed,
by
they
that
all time in.
lens, and now the Iliari
Oh,
is down.
you need the Bob.
For Team Spain.
Come on, the Bob. There's the Bob on the point too, and Discord orb.
Who will very quickly be neutralized. And now the team from China can look to cap and finish this off. We have mobility from Health here on the Wrecking Ball.
Oh no, the sleep.
Off of it here. Dragonblade.
May out in 1%. May out in 1%. May out in 1%. This is gonna be the best May out we've ever seen. Aw. I gotta say, Spain played that very well.
Team from China, a far less convincing victory here. But it's
Like, I think Spain looks at that and they go,
nonetheless.
we played well. If we can go fix a couple of things, I can see that was a good game.
Obviously,
And China played that extremely well. That was a great job by both teams.
Really